would like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com. Armstrong Williams, why is Europe collapsing? And I really don't understand it, considering that francophone countries in Africa still put 85% of their deposits, according to one report, into France's coffers. Europe.
Well, the pigs, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece, and Spain, in the beginning, should never have been allowed to be a part of the European Union.
Why?
They did not have the financial stability to support and contribute on par with countries like England and Germany. Let me give you an example. It's like you, Donnie Glover,
And Germany being the strongest in
the
Europe right now.
strongest economy in Europe, and has been that way since they lost both World Wars One and Two. Why? Because they're frugal, they have financial discipline, they don't spend more than they earn, and they keep more than they spend. That is the example. And most people is reflected back in the daily lives of its citizens. And nor do they try, even though they have their own brand of socialism, they do not try to provide an education, social security for every person in that country. They make it possible that people, they create an environment for people to create businesses and create opportunities for themselves, and they embrace those opportunities and support it
So why isn't more of Europe like Germany?
because they never were. How do you go? Let's just say, as I was making the point, you, Donnie Glover, decided that you are very wealthy. You have billions of dollars. And you look around all your relatives who live in different states, from the lowest to the highest income, and you decide that all of you are going to put all your income together. You're going to use the same bank, all of you are going to pay the bills, and all of you are going to have the same percentages of the money. If one of your relatives is always in debt, you're always paying for their behavior, you're always paying for their financial transgressions. At some point, they're going to become more of a burden than an asset. And at some point, you're going to wake up and say, you know what? This system that I put together for the family is not working. Because those who achieve are bearing 90% of the cost and 90% of the contributions, and those that contribute nothing are spending 80% of the proceeds. So at some point, you got to go back and reevaluate. The pigs never belong in the euro. And so what has happened is a lot of these countries have also taken a lot of our toxic real estate assets that have been passed along as a part of America's greed, and it has caused further collapse in the European economy. And the other thing is that socialism just does not work. It is a failed model. You can't do for people what they can and should do for themselves. There's a role that government plays, but it should not be a permanent role. You should
So you're
step
saying
back.
there should be no Social Security?
Social Security in this country is young people paying for senior citizens. Most young people in this, older people in this country, are more financial stable and have more of a financial portfolio than any other demographic in this country. Most of them can afford to take care of their own benefits. And while they say they put in, yes, of course, and that's their money, young people today are paying for the generation that exists today. And by the time they reach this age, there will be nothing left for them. That is a problem. We need to go back and reevaluate these models and to make them work before they become bankrupt.